Mine is the morning, born nice infilling breath. Let out all your cares, all your worries. Once more. We gather here on Sundays to settle into ourselves, to realize that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And know that every day we can tap into that inner essence of ourselves and not only shower those around us with love, but shower ourselves with love. For love is what birthed us. Love is what animates us. Love is what defines us. Surely, we are love. Take a moment and just send your love out to someone you know that needs a hug or a kind word. Just send it to them with your mind. And now do the same for yourself. Give yourself a big hug. Love on who you are and what you bring to this realm. We pray this in the name of all that is holy, and so it is.
Just about every Sunday evening, just to settle down and relax. Your t-shirt reminds me of it. It's called Trout and Coffee, and there's a fellow, it's beautiful. Anybody else look at it? Trout and Coffee. It's based in New England, and it just shows this guy running around in his truck, and like sometimes it's winter, sometimes it's summer, and it's all these summertime beautiful scenes and stuff, but there's always music behind it. And one Sunday in particular, I heard this lady. I looked her up. She's out of Nashville. Her name's Kylie Daly. And she wrote a song. The song is called No Good Kudzu. It's really interesting. Now, her version is going to be a little bit smoother, a little bit faster. But now when you go back and you listen to the lyrics, you realize what she's really saying. And we plant seeds inside of ourselves, seeds, and they grow. Just like kudzu. Kudzu grows about a foot a day. Could you imagine some thought wrapping around your mind? A foot a day. Thoughts and thoughts. So this is no good kudzu. And I want you to read along. You ain't got to sing this song because you've never heard it. Okay? So just read along with the lyrics while I sing it, okay? Okay? Who told you that it was true? there's just one road to take. It's growing up over with green. So easy to drive on, but not what it seems. The poison is spilling upstream, and it's taking out every living thing, every living thing. Who told you that you were no good? There's no use in trying, even if you could. It wouldn't come up like it should. This stubborn kudzu just covers these woods. Could you listen to somebody else? Will you only drink from the thoughts of yourself? Are you under the canopy spell? You dig in your heels and spread the disease, spreading the disease. Back up the drive a bit. Could you see what this is? This is a part of it all. Over and over, injustice to injury. This is a part of it all. Could you hike back from it, fight with it, sit with it? This is a part of it all. Ask around, be aware, make peace with what is there. This is a part of it all. Oh. Who told you that it was too late? You. Look up Kylie Daly. No good kudzu. Kylie. Be good, Kelly. Love y'all.
Thank you so much, Landis. Oh, that's right. Okay. Good morning to all you perfect divine souls, and welcome to Unity of Chattanooga Sunday service. My name is Amanda Adamson, and it is my honor to serve as the president of your board of trustees. We are so happy you are all here in person and online. And if you are online, please be sure and drop us a line, say hello, give us a thumbs up. We'd appreciate that. So, is there anyone here for the very first time today? If you just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. Our usher, Keith, is going to bring around a little packet, if you'd be so kind as to fill out the back. We promise we won't call, bug you, or try to sell you anything, but it will give you an opportunity to get our email newsletter every 2 weeks, only every 2 weeks. So, welcome. So, we're honored that you've joined us here today and hope that you will stay for our fellowship and potluck after the service. I'm not there yet. Okay. I'm here. I love to be right. No, I'm just kidding. So, if we would, we'd like to give you a special Unity of Chattanooga blessings. As we say together, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ in you. Wonderful. The Christ in you refers to that spark of divinity, the very same quality that Jesus found and brought forth in himself and he demonstrated in his ministry. As part of Unity Worldwide Ministries, Unity of Chattanooga is an inclusive spiritual community offering practical, uplifting resources and teachings to help people apply positive spiritual principles to their daily lives. We honor the universal truths, in all religions and respect each individual's right to choose a spiritual path. We choose to embrace the rich diversity in this vast universe, and we celebrate our differences. We welcome you whoever you are and wherever you are on your spiritual journey. Winded. So today is September 1st, and the 9th month of the year, and here in Unity we have something called the 12 powers, and the power of the month is order. So I have a little affirmation. It says, and you can say it with me after I say it once, order. Order is awakened in me now. I have all the order I need to experience and express my highest good with ease and grace today. So, would y'all like to affirm that with me? Okay. Order is awakened in me now. I have all the order I need to experience and express my highest good with ease and grace today. So, there is an organizing power in the universe that knows how to put it all together so that life works to our benefit. We have a choice every day to work with what is happening or to resist it. It is our choice. Each one of us possesses this power of order as our birthright. We can access it whenever we need it. And while we're on the subject of order, Unity of Chattanooga is truly a volunteer-supported church. We do not pay a cleaning service, but we are blessed by willing hands that come in during the week, making sure the church stays clean and tidy for all of our enjoyment. So this month, I'd like to shine our volunteer spotlight on Chuck and Sylvia Agnew. We appreciate you so much, and thank you for helping to keep Unity of Chattanooga in divine order. So now's the time in our service where we greet one another with a smile, a hug, whatever you like. So go ahead. With no further ado. right, if we could make our way back to our seats. Okay, our speaker today is our very own Kelly Thompson. He came to us about 2 years ago as a spiritual seeker. He has been investigating spiritual matters for himself for a long time, rather than blindly adopting the truth taught by his upbringing and more traditional religion. At the first opportunity, he became a dedicated member of our church. He serves as the board. My printer was like, he serves on our board of trustees as the vice president. He is currently our grill master at all picnics. He has played an important role in the renovation of our new church home here at 105 McBrien, volunteering many hours of work to improve this facility. All that little black outlining of the windows, this man did that, among other things. So, he's one of a kind, and this place just wouldn't be the same without him. Kelly is fun and likable and has a 1,000-watt smile, and he is a snazzy dresser. So please join me in giving a hand to Kelly Thompson.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I don't know who she's talking about. But I did like the snazzy dresser part. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. You know what? I think I'll just use the mic. Is that cool? Yeah. Because the Britney Spears thing just... Thank you, though. I appreciate that. Can everybody hear me okay? Yes. Good. Well, all right. I am completely unprepared this morning. That's how we like it, right? Just wing it. It's my favorite way to fly. That's right. These are like from 10 years ago. Not really. I haven't been around for 10 years. So. Oh, look. I think I found it. All right. 12 spiritual laws. That seems pretty heavy, doesn't it? It's not that serious, y'all. It's not like the 10 Commandments, you know? It's just more like bylaws or guidelines, you know? Suggestions, yeah, exactly. It's just something, you know, to contemplate and think about. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's less like the 10 Commandments or, you know, like man-made laws and more like the law of gravity, you know? If you jump off the Eiffel Tower, you're probably not going to go to jail afterwards. It's going to suck, but, you know, you're probably not going to go to jail afterwards. So we'll get into it. So, a Hindu, a rabbi, and a Baptist preacher are all strolling through the back country discussing philosophy, right? And it's getting dark, getting kind of late, so they're trying to find some place to bed down for the night, and they come across this farmhouse. And so they go up and knock on the door, and they ask if it's okay for them to spend the night. Now, the farmer says, yeah, it's fine. You guys can definitely stay here, but I only have room for 2 of you inside the house. Somebody's going to have to sleep in the barn. And I said, that's okay. It's no problem. So the rabbi volunteers to sleep in the barn. So everybody settles down for the night, and they're just kind of hanging out for a little while, and they hear a knock on the door. So the farmer goes to the door, and it's the rabbi. And he says, you know, there's a pig in the barn. And I just can't, you know, my religion doesn't allow me to do pig. So I'm going to have to sleep inside. So the Hindu says, okay, I'll go out and sleep in the barn. I don't mind. So he goes out, and everybody settles back down, and a few minutes later, there's another knock on the door. And the farmer goes to the door, and it's the Hindu, and he says, look, there's a cow in the barn. The cows are sacred to us, and I really can't stay in there. So the Baptist preacher says, okay, I'll go out to the barn. So he goes out to the barn. A little while later, everything settles down again, right? And a few minutes later, there's a knock on the door. Farmer goes to the door, opens up, and it's the cow and the pig. Sorry. I'm a recovering Baptist. All right. So these are 12 laws. Sounds like a lot, but I'm going to just touch on each one of them. So we should be out of here by about 3:30 or 4 this afternoon. Is that okay with everybody? I'll be quick. I won't hold you that long. See the people in the back lighting their torches and sharpening their pitchforks right there. All right, so you guys ready to get into the woo-woo? All right, let's dig in. Our first law is the law of divine oneness. This is a principle that signifies that we're all connected, right? We all come from the same divine, infinite energy, and it's much greater than our individual selves. It teaches us that every thought, every word isn't confined to our individual existence, but it reverberates through the universe, kind of like a pebble on a still pond. You ever done that? And been amazed by how far it moves out? We're all connected in that divine spark because we are all God personified, right? We are from the same, we're all from the same divine essence. Not like we're drops in the ocean, but we're the ocean in the drop. We're just individualized spiritual beings. I like what Eric says. We're not humans having a spiritual experience. We're spirit having a human experience. That's always stuck with me. And it's just so good. It just rings so true. So this law teaches us that love and kindness and compassion become the logical responses to all interactions with everybody, right? It's about treating others with the same love and respect and dignity that we would want for ourselves. So in essence, it's basically the golden rule, right? Jesus said, love your neighbor as you love yourself. And this is the whole of the law. So that fulfills the law in the way Jesus taught it. So how do we apply it? That's easier said than done, right? Because there's a lot of unlovely people that we come across in our lives. But if we actually try to find the God in everybody else, then we can look for the good in everyone, right? We always take the opportunity I'm sorry, I lost my space here. There's a lot of these guys. We always start looking for the God in everyone. We take the opportunity to express kindness and understanding. So that's basically the law of divine oneness in a nutshell. The second one is the law of vibration. This law suggests that everything vibrates, everything, from the largest galaxy to the smallest particle. It vibrates at a certain frequency, right? And this includes our thoughts, our feelings, and our emotions. Nothing rests. So if we want more money, we need to vibrate at the thought of more money. We need to vibrate at the vibration of money. If we want more love, we need to vibrate at the highest frequency, which is love. If I want a specific person in my life, I need to vibrate at that person's frequency. So what we're doing is we're actually matching the frequency of what our desires are, right? To use this law to manifest our desires, we got to match those vibrations that we desire. We don't get what we want; we get what we are. We get what we believe ourselves to be. Will Smith said something, the actor, before he accosted a TV host. Yeah, I saw an interview with him, and he said, I think the interviewer asked him something about, how long did you believe that you would be a star? Or, how did you lead up to it? And he said, I was always a star. You guys just didn't know it yet. So it was what he believed himself to be that he manifested in his life. Think about it when you're having a feeling, when you feel free, when you feel love, when you feel peace, you feel light and buoyant, right? And on the other hand, when you feel sad or angry or anxious, you feel heavy or weighed down. It's because you're vibrating at that frequency. It's because it's at a low frequency. So we want to keep those vibes high, right? So number 3 is the law of correspondence. This law states that what is happening outside us is models what's going on inside us directly. Our inner feelings and our thoughts affect our outside world. And what's going on in our lives, in our feelings and our emotions, as within, so without, as above, so below, right? Now, some of these are a little redundant, but that's okay because repetition helps us remember things, and everything looks at these same aspects from a different point of view. So bear with me on this. If we're feeling good about ourselves, everything around us seems great. If we're feeling bad about ourselves, everything feels off or awkward. And we feel kind of lousy. Have you ever gotten up in the morning and you get out of bed and you stump your toe? And then, you squeeze the toothpaste and it comes out wrong. And you go downstairs and you spill the coffee. The cat scratches you. Dog bites you. You get in your car and you're late for work. Traffic's heavy. And you just spiral through your day, And you call that a bad day, right? So if we don't catch those things early, then things can really spiral out of control. This shows a powerful truth, that we're architects of our own reality. That we have the power within us to shape our external world by altering our internal state. Our thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes paint a vivid picture that become our lives. So to change our world, we must first change ourselves. And the outside world will reflect how we feel inside. All right, moving right along. Number 4. I'll have you guys out of here pretty soon. Number 4 is the law of attraction. Now, this is something that we're all familiar with. And this is actually something that might have drawn a lot of you guys to Unity, to metaphysics, and to New Thought. It did me. When I saw the Secret, that's when I started studying the metaphysics. Now, I didn't find Unity for about 1.5 years after I started studying. And it was just a perfect fit because, everything coincided with the law of attraction. And everything has kind of blasted out from the law of attraction for me. These laws, these principles that we can shape our lives with are really important. And the law of attraction is one of those. Now, if you're a fan of Neville Goddard, which I am, anybody know about Neville? Okay. A lot of folks. I know Chuck does. Chuck gave me a book. So he has a little different take on it. His law is the law of assumption. But it's pretty much the same principle. Like attracts like. What we focus on our attention, what we focus our attention on, whether it's good or bad, positive or negative, we attract into our lives. And this is not just philosophy, but this is a principle that's been recognized down through the ages. Ancient cultures, we call it new thought, but it's actually not new thought. It's original thought. This is what Jesus actually taught in his ministry, and it goes back, eons before him. And now, if you guys study quantum physics, we've got science that's proving out these concepts and these truths. Successful people all over the world use the law of attraction. The quantum model is a little different. I won't run this rabbit trail too far. But what the quantum physics says that it's not really an attraction, but everything exists all at once. Right? You guys follow me? I told you it was going to get woo-woo, didn't I? Everything already exists all at once. Like there are infinite numbers of realities that we can embody. And instead of attracting to us, we actually jump into those realities. It's just a little food for thought for you on that. The law of attraction says that we don't attract what we want, but we attract what we believe ourselves to be or what we are. So it's not what you want. If you're in a wanting stage, then that kind of denotes that you're in the lack of that thing that you're desiring, all right? It also says that we must believe that we can attain our desires. Now that's the faith, right? Jesus always said in his ministry that it's when he healed somebody or he created a miracle, he always said it's your faith that's made you whole. He didn't say I did it. He said it's your faith. We can't attract something that we don't believe that we can get. Henry Ford said, whether you believe that you can or you believe that you can't, then you're right. All right, number 5. I don't know if Henry Ford was really somebody I should have quoted, but he was a pretty successful guy, so I think he used that principle. Do I? Number 5, the law of inspired action. Now, this law suggests that although we can affirm and we can visualize and we can align our desires, our thoughts with our desires, then nothing really happens until we take action. This is an action that aligns with our intuition and our inner guidance. It doesn't mean that we're grinding it out, And I know a lot of successful people that they grind it out, man. They're doing what they don't like doing, but they're not happy in that. They may be successful monetarily, but, their life is a daily grind, so it's not fun. The law of inspired action is a law of following your intuition, following your heart, listening to that still small voice that's going to be guiding us, so that we enjoy the journey, right? Because it's the journey is really what it's all about. That way our actions will be fun, engaging, and interesting. It could be something as small as, a nudge to go to a coffee shop where you meet the love of your life, your soulmate. Or it could be a synchronicity with someone else that helps you start your own business, the business that you've always wanted to start. It could be, anything in between. But it's the law of inspired action is the driving force behind the manifestation. So it's important to develop our intuition and listen to that small, still voice. It's what Neville Goddard refers to. We'll go back to Neville. You guys got to read him. He's really good. He calls it the bridge of incidents, right? And he says sometimes it's so natural that you would have thought that it would have happened anyway. It doesn't hit you like a ton of bricks. It's not something that really blows you away. It's just a natural progression into the manifestation of your desires. It's what connects our thoughts and our feelings to the tangible world of reality. The how is the universe's job. If we get hung up on how something's going to happen, how our desires take place, how we're going to be healed, how we're going to find love, then, we're going to get stuck on that and it's not going to happen for us. That's the universe's job. You got to let things go and trust the process, right? Number 6, the law of, this one's a little crazy. The law of the transmutation of energy. Let me say that again. The law of the transmutation of energy. You guys got that? Everybody tracking with me? Because I didn't get it for the first probably 10 times I read it. This law says that everything, including our thoughts, feelings, and words, are energy. Right? And energy can't be made or destroyed. Right. Can't be created or destroyed. Only change from one form to the other. So when you have a thought, especially when that thought has a strong feeling behind it, it goes out into the universe. We're just like antennas. We emit that frequency into the universe. So it goes into the universe just like a Wi-Fi or a radio signal. We transmit our vibrations to the universe just as if it's good or bad. The thing about it is we're always manifesting. It's not like we can turn it on or turn it off. Like I said, it's like the law of gravity. If you jump, you're probably not going to fly, right? Unless you believe you're going to fly. Maybe then you can, right? That's only one way to find out. Well, it's not the fall that kills you. It's that sudden stop at the end, right? So, the universe doesn't judge what's good or bad, right or wrong. It just gives you what you feel, what you feel strongly about, and that translates into our reality. We can never stop creating, whether it's negative or positive. Like I said, it's important to choose good thoughts and not dwell on the negative. Now, negative thoughts are valid. I loved Eric's talk the other week about being validated in the things that are happening to you in your life. But we need to use those to point us in the right direction, right? If we dwell on that thought, then we'll get caught up in those cycles, and every day is just the same. That's how we break out. We got to change the inner first. So number 7, the law of cause and effect. Now, I told you some of these are going to be a little redundant, but look at it from different aspects. This law shows what we give out is what we give back. What we do always comes back to us. It's the law of karma, right? How we treat others is how we'll be treated ourselves. Everything that happens is a result of our actions. And if we do good to others, it benefits us. And it goes back to the law of oneness, Because we're one, hurting another one, hurting somebody else, is a hurt to ourselves. If for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. If we want to change how we're treated, then we must change the way we treat others. Some religions teach that karma is something that we have to live with. Some even say that karma comes from past lives. Holy crap! I don't even remember my past lives. I sure don't want to suffer the karma from something I did in another body. That'd be bad. Probably dress terribly. But New Thought really teaches us that it's changeable. When we change our actions, we change our karma. It may not come instantly, but it will come. Sometimes we may have to cycle through a little bit, but we're not locked in to that. We can alter our karma as quickly as we change ourselves, our thinking and our actions. Jesus, there's a story, and I keep going back to Jesus. I hope you guys don't start to light up the, sharpen the pitchforks and light up the torches just yet. But there's a story about Jesus healing a blind man, and after he healed it, his disciples came to him and asked him, why was he blind in the first place? What caused it? Was it something that his parents did that he was reaping the karma for, or was it something that he did in a past life that he was reaping the karma for? So that tells you that there was a lot of belief in past life karma. And Jesus said no. It was to demonstrate that it can be changed, that we can change our karma at any point in time. In essence, I'm paraphrasing. That's okay, right? Paraphrase myself right out of here. So we can't expect to get apples if we plant mangoes, right? We're always going to get back what we plant. But if you want apples instead of mangoes, go plant an apple. That's all you got to do. Okay, number 8. Getting there. We're getting there. Only 25 more to go. Number 8 is the law of compensation, and this builds on the other laws, and it states that we'll be rewarded according to the value that we provide to others, to our community, and to the world. It encompasses the principle that as you give, so shall you receive. Blah, blah, blah. The value that we contribute will always find its way back to us. And what's cool about this is the universe has a way of multiplying that back to us. If you plant an apple seed, you don't just get one apple. You get a whole tree. You get apples for life. That's pretty cool. Give and it'll be given to you. Pressed down, shaken together, and running over. And this isn't just confined to monetary gains. When we give of our time, our talents, it also comes back to us in wonderful ways. When we give love, we get more love in return. When we give joy, we experience more joy in return. Number 9, the law of relativity. Now, this law is kind of hard for us to practice because it says that nothing is bad in itself. We decide what's good and bad. You know, everything that we've been taught, everything that we've been programmed to think, helps us discern good from bad, right? But actually, things aren't as bad as we think they are. Nothing here really is as serious as we take it most times. We decide to give our situations meaning. This law urges us to step back from our experiences and view them in a broader perspective. What may be a significant problem to somebody else might be, you know, something very superficial to us. Similarly, what we might see as a very small achievement might be a major victory for somebody else, right? The law of relativity states that we don't need to label everything in our lives as good or bad. We can just see it as the effect of a cause and decide to assign a positive meaning. Everything is neutral. It's only positive or negative because of how we perceive it. Everything works to the good for those who love God, right? All right, number 10. Should I slow down? Number 10, the law of polarity. This law states that there's two ends to everything, right? Everything has an opposite. There is a spiritual world and a physical world. There's a North Pole and the South Pole. There's a divine masculine and a divine feminine. Twin flames often seem very different, but they're one and the same. There's a hot and a cold, but they're really just different degrees of temperature, right? There's good and evil, but they're just different degrees of what we perceive as morality. The law of polarity teaches us that in our darkest times, there still exists the light. In our greatest struggles, there is opportunity. And in our deepest sorrow, there is still the capacity for joy. Number 11. This is the law of rhythm, which I don't have, I found out recently. The universe has a natural rhythm or a flow, and it doesn't like to be disrupted. This law teaches that everything in the universe moves in a cycle or a pattern. It's like the changing of the seasons, the flowing of the tides. Day turns into night. Winter gives way to spring. And this reminds us that our lives are subject to these rhythms. There are times of activity, times of rest, there are periods of growth, there are periods of retreat, there are moments of joy and moments of sorrow. And we can avoid a lot of problems by being patient and letting things happen in the rhythm that is supposed to happen in. If we try to force things, it just creates chaos in our lives. So really, the law of rhythm teaches us patience, which is really hard for me because I am so impatient. I want everything right now. But it's always good to wait. And so it goes back to grinding it out. We don't want to have to grind it out. We want to enjoy the journey, right? All right, this is the one everybody's been waiting for. Number 12. The law of gender. Now, this is the law of masculine and feminine energy. And it's within ourselves, and it's within the universe, right? Whether you're a man or a woman, it's important to understand the relationship of these energies. They exist in all of us. There's no energy that is superior to another one. It's just energies that work together. And understanding the law of gender helps us to understand balance. It tells us to reach our full potential, we must harmonize the masculine and the feminine energies within us. And this is not about becoming less of a man or less of a woman in our understanding. It's just about embodying all aspects of our nature to become complete individuals. So there you go. That was too bad, was it, guys? These laws can help us to flow with the universe, to achieve our dreams and desires, and have more harmonious lives. We don't get punished for not following these principles, but it can feel like a punishment, right? Dr. Joe Dispenza says, we're not punished by our sins. We're not punished for our sins. We're punished by our sins. Sorry. And sin is just missing the mark, right? It's just not lining up with the universe. So, now that we've run through that, and you guys are totally and completely spiritual now, class dismissed. Let's take just a little time for a meditation, if you will. Let's just breathe deeply. One more time. Let's do that again. That feels really good, doesn't it? One more. Let's just feel the relaxation start at the crown of your head, flow down. Relax your jaw, your neck, your shoulders, your arms and your hands, your chest, your belly. Relax your thighs. Feel the relaxation just wash over you, down to your calves and your feet. And let's just reflect on the spiritual truths that help us flow through our lives more easily. And help us to attain our desires. Help us to treat each other as we would want to be treated. Ready? Just take another deep breath. And then we can rejoin each other. Thank you guys so much for letting me speak this morning. I really enjoyed doing this. It's a great perspective to see everybody's beautiful smiling faces and to be able to teach, because I learn a whole lot more when I teach and when I speak than I do when I'm just studying on my own. So thank you so much. Don't sit down. Don't sit down. I'm not sitting down. I want to sit down, but I'm not gonna, because now's the time in our service that we take the time to give back. Our ushers get ready. Can't remember which law this was. But there is, one of these that we went over was talking about giving and receiving. We always get back more than what we give. Pressed down, shaken together, and running over. What? Like the meditation?
No, multiplication.
Oh, multiplication. Yeah, that was the law of multiplication. Thank you, Amanda. That was one I didn't include. That was the 13th law. So say it with me. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I give in love, and I receive in abundance.
Flow, Spirit, flow through me as I open up to be an expression of your unfolding peace. Show, Spirit, show through me as I open up to be an expression of your unfolding love.
Father, Mother God, we just thank you for this abundance. We thank you for each and every giver, and we ask you just to bless each and every person and each and every family represented here. And so it is. Amen. Sorry, let me move out. Look at that.
That's a whole story.
Yeah, that's a whole
Okay, we have actually quite a few announcements. So the first thing I want to address is we created a new vision board. And we had created, and it came true because we're all here, right? We're in this place, we're in this building, we have our own space, our divine space. So this vision board is, if you look at our community, the building, the people, the classes, events, what does your vision say for Unity of Chattanooga by next September of 2025? So you can represent this with words or pictures. Some of the things might be a children's program or something like that. So we're going to probably talk more about that, but I just wanted to make you aware, and we'll put some push pins up there. And so I don't think many people have magazines anymore, so it's usually going online and printing something out. So, but it works. This visualization, and also Neville Goddard, it got us here. I truly believe that. A shared vision we had. So, this Thursday and every Thursday except for holidays, our own Eric Miller facilitates the Wellness Warriors here at Unity Chattanooga at 12 noon. So if you have, this is a confidential support group. If you have any questions, please see Eric. Raise your hand, Eric. There we are. And this Thursday, Amanda Newfill will be having the belly dancing class. It's open to beginners, but not males. So, and the cost is $15 per person. And right now, this is every other Thursday it's not 3 Thursdays. It's the first and third Thursday, because sometimes we have an additional one. And I facilitate the metaphysical discussion group, the Unity Metaphysical class, or it's not a class, it's a discussion group. And that is the second and fourth Thursdays. So sometimes there is a little confusion. Okay, so today was very exciting. We had some new programming. Eric Miller and Mona Petro began a meditation group, our meditation service, and that was at 9:15 to 9:45. And I spoke with a few of the ladies that had attended. They're not here right now, and they said they loved it. So this is a new offering for us. So if you'd like to join us for that.
We're doing the chakras. We're doing the 7 chakras. So we started out today with the overview of all the chakras, and then for the next 7 weeks, we're going to be doing 1 chakra every Sunday.
Yes, so be sure if and join them for that. Let's see. Next Sunday, following a fellowship, that means our potluck. We have one official potluck every month, if you haven't figured this out, but then we kind of have unofficial potlucks every Sunday. So after that, we're going to they're starting up a Power of 8 prayer group, and this will be in the bookstore library behind me. And this is to hold a positive vision for the future of our country. They will continue to meet on the second Sunday of each month. So if you'd like to be a part of that, Judy Hill has information. Raise your hand, yes. Judy. Okay, thank you. So also, there's just so much happening. At 4 p.m. next Sunday, September the 8th, our Nicole Wellington is going to be, what do you call it? Facilitating that word again. The Spirit Group class, which will be on Zoom, and this is the Path of Conscious Creation, and it's a series of videos presented by Reverend Michael Gott, who is the senior minister at Unity of Houston. So if you're interested, the sign-up sheet is on the back table. Next week, our guest speaker will be Reverend Jean Bell, who is the associate minister at the Spiritual Living Center of Atlanta. Her talk is Divine Gentleness. Okay, we need to make a call out. We really need a sound volunteer. Tony is almost forced to be, is that the right word? To be here every Sunday, and he really needs somebody that would be willing to learn to help to do the sound. And we've had John Chartier step up some. Also, I believe Corey is going to start helping us with the visual side of this soon, but we really, I'm not begging, but I'm just saying your life will be richly blessed, and you'll get everything you want if you take this volunteer opportunity. Okay, so I just wanted to ask, if you have some pretty fall flowers or fall things, what's nice is we have a bunch of vases, and this isn't exactly real. Please bring them on Sunday morning so we can have a little backdrop here, if you don't mind. I don't want to start a committee or anything. I'm just saying, yeah, it looks nice. Okay, the prayer chaplain today is Keith Noyes. And if you would like to have a confidential prayer after the service, he's got the purple stole on. He'll be in the office area in the back, so please see him. Thank you for that, Keith. Okay, gosh, anything else? Did I forget anything?
The homeless donations.
Oh, yes. We have a homeless outreach program run by Mona Petro, and there is a large tub in this back room. We're doing clothes or food.
Yes.
You want to come up?
Yes, we've been donating to the homeless for several years now, and we want to relaunch this program. So in the back, we have a big tub that will take clothing. They're in desperate need of socks and underwear, things of that nature. Also canned foods. So think about if you're going out camping, this is what our homeless friends need. So I'll take them every other Friday. We take it to the homeless camp. So if you could do a donation. Yes.
How about extra toiletries, like toothbrushes, toothpaste when they go to the dentist? And
Yes. Anything. Yes, that's exactly what they need. Is things that. That you would use to go camping, because that's basically what they do. So yeah, so your donations are greatly appreciated.
Thank you so much, Mona.
Do you want to mention the World Day of Prayer?
Yeah, actually, I was going to wait on that. That's okay. No, it's up there. So on September 11th and 12th, I believe that is a Wednesday, Thursday. Yes. Unity Worldwide Ministries will hold its 31st annual Worldwide Day of Prayer. This is a 24-hour prayer vigil with different presentations that you can be a part of online, and it's free, and you can sign up. It's on this piece of paper. I know you won't remember it. It's worlddayofprayer.org. And hopefully, maybe not this year, but it would be great at some point for us as a community to have a sign-up sheet and where we commit to praying for 15 minutes, half an hour on the World Day of Prayer. It's actually whether we got together or at home. So, all right, wrapping it up. Y'all are probably tired of hearing my voice. Just kidding. We hope that you will stay and join us for food and fellowship today. If you're able and willing, please help us to transition and set up our tables and chairs. Yes.
There was one more announcement. He volunteered. He brought his singing bowls to Wellness Warriors this past week, and he has offered that after service today, after we do our potluck, if anybody's interested in a demonstration or participating, right, in a singing bowl kind of ceremony in the office. It's sound therapy, so he goes through the 9 bowls, and it's really cool. Seven. 1 for each chakra. And so that's something that he's offering. So if anyone's interested in that, please see him, and then he'll set up.
Thank you, Eric. I just wanted to draw your attention. You know, we had our front porch, the ramp, and the back stairs rebuilt, and so we had them stained this week, and I think they look very, very nice. And we have the new ceiling fan, and we're going to have some more. Just little details. God's in the details, right? Frank Lloyd Wright said that. Okay. So now, would you please stand and join us in the peace song? Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God our Creator, in oneness all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Prayer for protection.
The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.